Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Life is Strange Before the Storm. In the last episode, Elliot confronted Chloe in the Amber House. He was gonna keep her there until she agreed with whatever he demanded. However, Chloe was able to phone the police, and as such, I assume Elliot was arrested. Chloe managed to flee with the money, but Elliot just kind of stood there looking rather confused. And we left off the episode with Chloe having, I think, one last moment with her dad. I think this might end up being the final episode of Before the Storm, because we're heading right to the climax. You know, Sarah's been kidnapped. We're going to get her. It feels like this is going to end pretty soon. And Chloe's heart-to-heart with William, it was very sad, I think. Chloe asked him for the truth, and he pointed out that, I'm dead. I can't tell you anything that you don't already know. And so Chloe was left with a little bit of a quandary at the end there. It's better this way, I wish you told me. I mean, here's the thing. William dying when he did, it means he will always be perfect. He will always be the perfect dad. He can never let Chloe down because he's a ghost. There are probably a million things that he wanted to tell her as she grew up. And, you know, some of those would have probably upset her. I'm not necessarily talking about anything big, but, you know, like, hey, Dad, I'm going to a party. No, you don't, young lady. It's way too late. Why are you dressed like that? Ba ba ba. Like, things that would have pissed her off. You know, normal things between, you know, a father and daughter. But he'll never be able to disappoint her in that way, but he'll also never be able to impart any wisdom. It's better this way, it's better that he's dead. I don't like that. I don't think Chloe would say that.
I wish you'd told me. When you could have.
You don't like the perfect relationship we had?
I wish you'd lived long enough for us to fuck it up. No word. My ride, my tunes. Am I seriously going in to face Damon Merrick? All for Rachel? Am I crazy?
Hella crazy.
I'm glad you're here, Dad.
You don't want me to go?
No. I like the company. Besides, you don't want to miss this. Things are about to get real. Shit. Is that blood? Frank? Frank! Shit, this is bad. I'll get you help, Frank. But first, I've gotta help Rachel's mom. Where the hell is Sera?
I'm just going to pause here for a minute. I'm sorry, I just want to talk about that. So now we know the reason why Damon is interested in Sera is because James asked him to be. That's why he, came to confront Chloe and Rachel at the junkyard. He must have clearly said, oh, if anyone asks about Sera, you tell me. And then obviously Chloe phoned Frank, so Frank phoned Damon, and I'm going to be honest, I think the reason why Sera sought out Frank, it's obvious that Sera has been following Rachel. And if we are saying that Rachel and Frank are in a relationship at this point, I think probably that's why Sera went to find Frank. To say, excuse me, what interest do you have in this young girl? She's not even 18 yet. You're a grown-ass man. You're almost 30. Why the fuck are you hanging around her? That's fucking weird. Back off. Back the fuck up from her. I think that's probably why Sera was leaving Frank's RV. Okay. God, this music sounds very final. Hey, don't mess with Damon Merrick. Well, we're gonna fuck him up.
Don't tell me what to do.
Oh, I thought that said tag. Oh, I got confused. Oh, I thought we were gonna graffiti it. Okay. Oh yeah, there was a fire at the mill. I remember now. Yeah.
Sera's got to be in here somewhere.
Yeah, but I want to look at shit.
Glad to see the bong made it.
The bong survives all.
No more beer. No more time. I've got to keep moving.
Yep. Everything's serious now.
A knife might not be a bad idea.
Do it.
Never thought I'd have to say that.
We need protection. I mean, he's got a knife. We know he's got a knife. We've seen him use it. Oh, Sheldon, you gotta believe me. I'm not a goddamn snitch. Who the fuck told you that? Whoops. We kept Rodney safe, and that's all I care about. Okay, anything else? There was the deer head.
Where's the homicidal drug dealer, spooky deerhead? Frank's couch is toast.
Yeah. I mean, fires will do that. Okay, yeah. I think we've looked at everything. All that's left is moving forward. The eye that we tagged.
No!
Shh. Everything's going to be just fine. Just a little longer, and all your troubles are going bye-bye.
What the fuck?
I just want to meet my daughter. Can't you understand? Why does
Your
he...
daughter? Jesus. So that's what he's worried about. Can't let the public know the mother of his daughter is some junkie.
I just want to see her. You don't have to...
Shut up. James Amber wants you out of the picture, so that's what's going to happen.
This is so messed up.
After all, no one believes a junkie.
No.
He said you've been sober a year. Respect. It's hard to kick this shit.
You can do this. Damon.
What the hell are you doing here?
I've got your money. Use the knife. Can we talk about this? If we use the knife, he's way too far away. We need to use that thing for defense.
I've got your money right here. The money James owes you.
How the fuck do you...
Run!
No one has to know. Just let her go, and I won't say...
Oh!
No!
Talking's over.
Leave her alone!
Shut up. What the fuck? You boosted the DA's shit? Got my money? Burned the evidence? All that?
I'm just... trying to help.
Get away from her!
I said shut the fuck up!
No.
Go to your fucking happy place.
Run.
Let this be a lesson, kid. Make good life choices, or you'll end up like her. Now, what do I do with...
Damon! What did you do?
I fucked you up good, didn't I? Guess you really don't know when to quit. Glad to see you back on your feet.
Chloe.
Frank?
You don't really want to do this again, do you? Okay. Then I don't want to do this again. Come on, man.
Fuck you.
Sera. Rachel. Your daughter. She... Sera?
Chloe Price.
I have to talk about what we just saw. I have to. One, I hope Chloe's head is okay. Holy shit. Two, I think it speaks so well of Sera that she sees Chloe come in and her first instinct isn't, help me, it's run, save yourself, flee this place, go away, like, get out of here. I think that speaks so well of her. That her first instinct is like, oh shit, a young girl, I should make sure that she's safe. Fuck my life, she should be safe. Frank got stabbed. But at least he came to our defense this time. Damon had a knife out and everything. Frank didn't appear to have a weapon. And he just ran straight in like, oh hell no. Oh hell no. Good for you, Frank. Good for you. And then the last thing I want to say, because this is actually the scene I remember most in Before the Storm. I mentioned this at the beginning. I did watch a Let's Play of this when it came out. And this is the scene I remember most. Because I remember Geek Remix talking about it because they thought Sera was a ghost. They were like, Chloe has been, talking to William this entire time. He's dead. And so they thought that Sera was dead. And that isn't the case. What was going on there? Because we saw in James's messages, he had specifically said to Damon, don't hurt her. Don't hurt her. And I genuinely believe that what was going on there, it wasn't that James paid Damon to kill Sera. He paid her to get her re-addicted to heroin. That's what was in the needle. That's why, oh, no one will believe a junkie. Like, when you tell everyone the district attorney of Arcadia Bay paid for me to be kidnapped and re-addicted to heroin, no one's going to believe that. And when she goes forward with her law case and they say, okay, give us a hair sample. to prove that you haven't taken heroin for a year, it's now going to come back negative. Or positive, rather. Because she's just had heroin, you know, injected into her. This isn't Sera's ghost or anything like that. She's now just... She's going to have to go to rehab again. She's going to have to deal with all of that shit for another year. You know my name. Where's Frank? I think Chloe would want to know what happened to Frank.
Where's Frank? Or Damon?
Your friend, Frank, took care of Damon. You don't need to worry about them right now. Sit.
Sera, are you okay?
We need to talk about what happened.
I am so sorry for...
Rachel can never know.
You need help. Know about what? Oh. I'm drawn to D.
What exactly can't Rachel know?
What James did. Hiring that thug. Shooting me up with...
He's a piece of shit. And I promise that...
Rachel can never know.
That's bullshit, Sera.
You're not listening.
Rachel deserves to know what happened to you.
No, she doesn't. Rachel deserves a loving father. A father who cares for her.
James is a liar.
James is a desperate man who loves his daughter. And she loves him. Tell her what happened here, and you'll take that away from her. Forever.
That is... The truth isn't necessarily always a good thing. The truth, in this case especially, can destroy. It can destroy absolutely everything. Rachel's world has been changed by everything she has learned over the past couple of days, but it hasn't been destroyed. This will destroy it. This will set fire to Rachel's world completely and utterly. But is that necessarily a bad thing? If her dad is willing to go this far, like, what if Rachel started doing drugs? I mean, she probably is, but she's probably only doing, like, weed or something. But, like, what if she started going down Sera's route? What would James do to her in the name of love? In the name of protection? In the name of, I think I'm doing what is right? James thought that doing this was what was right. Which I highly disagree with. Getting a woman hooked on heroin is not the right thing. Rachel so desperately wants to meet her mom.
And just, what is James protecting her from? You? She wants to meet you, Sera.
No, she doesn't. She wants to meet her mother. I can never be that for her.
Why are you saying all this?
Because James is right. He's taken something from me that I might not ever get back. But he's right. I'm broken.
He's successfully scared her. He has very successfully scared her. Everyone's a little bit broken.
Everybody's broken, Sera.
Oh? Does everybody abandon their own child for 15 years? Does everybody take money to stay away?
You're here now. That's what matters.
What do you know?
I know Rachel needs you. I know loss. I lost my father 2 years ago.
How?
Car accident. He was picking up my mother from the grocery store, and a truck ran a red light, and that was it.
I'm sorry. You don't know what this is to me. Every pain, every fear, gone. No more sadness, no more grief. Why would anyone not want to feel that way? Ever.
I think we should hammer home about Rachel. She did quit for a year, and that is amazing, but she quit for a year to see her kid, and right now her kid needs her. And if she's the same woman who quit for a year, then hearing your child needs you, the child that you were so desperate to see, hopefully it'll stir her to action.
I don't know anything about addiction, but I know what it's like to be needed by someone. It gives you strength you never knew you had. Rachel needs you.
Rachel needs her family.
I recognize I might not know what the fuck I'm talking about here, but I wish you could know how amazing Rachel is.
I know.
She's fearless. She's brilliant and talented. And she feels so much. She's so strong.
She's had a good life. Raised in a loving home, given opportunities I could never give her.
At least talk to her. She's felt like something's been missing her whole life. She told me so. That something was you.
She didn't miss anything. She has a perfect family.
She really seemed to connect with Chloe when she was speaking about her dad. Like, say, I lost my best friend. Oh, did she die? No, she moved to Seattle. Like, fuck that. Fuck Max. Like, her dad dying was far more traumatic. She really connected with Chloe when she spoke about her dad, when she spoke about family.
I used to think my dad was perfect. But now I realize he was probably just as messed up as everyone. And it doesn't make me love him any less.
That's a nice thought. What Rachel needs, though, is not to have her father taken away from her.
He doesn't
It's
deserve...
not about James. It's not about me, and it's not about you. It's about Rachel. Tell her what James did, and you'll be killing him for her. You understand that, don't you? You lost your father. Do you really want to put Rachel through that?
She makes a good point. It's not about what James deserves, it's about what Rachel deserves. James has done something incredibly shitty, but to tell her the truth will destroy him. She'll never get that back. She will never be able to view him in the same way again. She will never feel safe around him. I get completely where Sera is coming from here. I can't lie to her. Remember your letter. Don't you want to see her? Yet you wrote her letters. You wrote her letters for like a year.
The worst mistake you ever made was giving Rachel up. That's what you said in your letter to her.
You read that.
You don't have to make the same mistake twice.
Nothing can change the mistakes I made. I'll never get to be Rachel's mother. Not really. But there's one thing I can still do for her. The only thing I can do. Let me give her the father she deserves. The one who raised her, protected her. The one who loves her more than anything. You can do whatever you want, Chloe. You have the power. What you have to decide is whether you're going to protect Rachel or cause her even more hurt. So please, tell her I was never here. Let her have what peace she can without me.
Wait!
I think she'd still be trying.
Don't go, Sera.
I'm done here. Goodbye, Chloe.
Hello?
Hi, Chloe. Rachel's just fallen asleep.
I know she'll be thrilled to see you when she wakes up. Maybe come back a little later?
Hey.
Go back to sleep, kiddo. You need your rest.
Can I talk to Chloe? Alone? For a minute?
Okay, sweetie. We'll be right outside.
How you feeling? Like I got stabbed? Doc says there'll be a sick scar. Maybe a tattoo is in order. Fuck yeah. We never actually escaped, did we? We've got time. All the time in the world. So, how did everything go? Rachel, I've got to tell you something.
Tell tell Rachel everything, protect Rachel from the truth. This is hard. This is really hard because Sera made such a compelling case. It doesn't matter what James did because it's not about him. It's about Rachel. Rachel is the important one in this. And if we tell her everything, we are going to destroy everything. We are going to destroy her life beyond repair. If we protect her from the truth, we are lying to her, but her world won't change. And it'll sound weird, but I'm thinking back to season 1. I'm thinking back to something Max asked Chloe. What about her parents? Don't her parents care? You said that you're the one putting up the missing persons posters. Like, why aren't her parents doing that? And do you remember what Chloe said? She said her parents don't seem to care. They're pretending that she went to LA. They've got their heads in the sand. They're not actively searching for her. They're just saying, oh, she probably just ran away. Nothing bad's happened. La la la. And my thought is, how did it get to that stage where her parents were so apathetic? I think it's because their relationship was destroyed beyond repair. And it was just so bad that they assumed, oh, she must have ran away. Something bad couldn't have possibly happened to Rachel. She must have ran away.
Jump that 43. Are you wild like me? Raised by wolves and other beasts. I tell you all the time, I'm not bird. You tell me all the time, I got plans. Oh, jump that
And there we go. You told Rachel the truth, 49%. You didn't tell Rachel the truth, 51%. Pretty even. Pretty even there. And like we saw, Rachel's home life falling apart. I think, like I said, that makes more sense to me, considering what we learn about Rachel in Life is Strange Season 1. If her parents were still together and she still had like this happy home life, you'd assume they would be a lot more like, oi, where is she? This is so unusual for her. But the fact that, you know, like everything got so messy at the end and, you know, Rachel so clearly hated them, that would make it easier for them to believe, oh, she's probably just ran away. Like, kidnappings, murder, that doesn't happen to normal people. Like, she's probably just ran away to LA or something. So yeah. I don't like that ending because her home was ruined, but I like it in terms of the next game, if you get what I'm saying. Then you killed the plant with soda, 82%. You killed the plant with neglect, 18%. God damn. Oh, damn! You rejected David's photograph, 10%. Ooh. Oh, like I said, that... I don't have the words. I don't have the words for that. I felt bad doing it, but I felt like that's what Chloe would have done. Or at least the Chloe that I was playing. You know, 90% of people clearly didn't agree with me, but... you didn't have Drew's money at the start of the game, 66%, yeah, because we had already given it to Damon. You visited the Norths at the hospital, 78%, but we also played tabletop with Mikey. I am confused. We did that. You didn't donate to the Firefighters Fund, 96%. You donate... Oh my god, no one donated 1,250. I'm tempted to replay this and keep all the money we can find so I can do that. I'm very tempted. You revealed to Damon that Thunder was a snitch, 29%. Hey! I guess most people had the same thought as me. Let's grass up the guy who was an asshole. You convinced you convinced Damon that Sheldon was the snitch, 55%. Rachel didn't meet her mother, 81%. Rachel met her mother, 19%. I think that's based on the things you tell Sera in that final in that final chat you have with her. I know if you have Rachel's bracelet, if you remember in the last episode, Rachel says, how can I convince you? And our options were ask for a kiss, ask for a tattoo, ask for your bracelet. And if you have Rachel's bracelet, I think you can give that to her mum. And basically you tell her, listen, Rachel has worn this every day of her life and Sera recognizes it as her bracelet. Like, oh shit, I gave this to her before I left and she wears it all the time. Yeah, she knows you. Even though she doesn't know you, she feels you. She has this connection. I just dinged my mic, my apologies. And that, I think that's like a major contributing factor into getting Sera and Rachel to meet. I know you can do it if you don't have the bracelet, but having the bracelet makes it a million times easier. Still, I do think that makes sense though, because why, if Rachel and her mother met, why wasn't Sera, you know, putting up missing persons posters and all of that? I think it makes a lot more sense that Rachel and Sera never met and that Rachel's home life was completely destroyed. She was always going to end up in the dark room. She was always going to end up there. There was never any saving her. Ooh, that's so mean. That's such a mean way to end it. You have them being cute, and then you see 17 missed calls and the snapping of the camera. Oof. Oof. And yeah, bonus episode, farewell. Now that you've completed Before the Storm, say goodbye to Arcadia Bay in the bonus farewell episode. Well, that's Before the Storm. Over and done with. Let me go back to the episode menu. There we go. Oh, collector mode. Okay. But yeah, that was Before the Storm. And I don't know if you noticed, but a familiar face was in the bonus episode. Max is back. Max is back for one big farewell. Oh, I really liked Before the Storm. I liked playing as Chloe. I know that she is very unlikable, and you know there are multiple times where you're just like, Chloe, for fuck's sake, why would you do this? But it'll sound weird, I kind of liked seeing Chloe as Max. That makes absolutely no sense, but what Max was to Chloe, Chloe is to Rachel, and that is her bitch. Max was Chloe's bitch, completely like, oh yes, Chloe, of course, I'm following you, I feel so guilty, da-da-da. And that's exactly the same type of relationship Chloe and Rachel have. Less guilt, but Rachel very much uses Chloe. Chloe is very much the submissive in their relationship. Rachel has the alpha personality, and she exudes that. She exudes that control over Chloe. I hope I said that correctly. Rachel exudes control over Chloe. There we go. And that was exactly the type of relationship Chloe demonstrated towards Max. She was very much in control. I'm in charge here. You owe me. And so I liked seeing Chloe in Max's position. I hope I'm making sense there. Oh, I like that. I really like Before the Storm, and I am very excited to get into the farewell episode, but that will have to be in the next one. So, until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.